Hello everybody, it's Malcolm here with Alpha Athlete Training and Coaching, and I've got an exercise demonstration for you today. For those of you who are doing some programming of mine, this is something I used to do with a lot of the athletes that I trained and coached, and it's a great exercise. It's therapeutic in some ways if you're doing it in the circuit, not so much therapeutic, but when I say therapeutic is a lot of people have a hard time activating their glutes. Their hip flexors are tight, and so actually using their glutes, say on squats, things like that, this is a great thing to do before you do squats, especially if you're squatting heavy, to get those glutes to fire and to activate. And also over the long run, just a way to get your glutes activating. A lot of people, we call it sleepy glute syndrome. Because we sit so much, our hip flexors get tight, and when our hip flexors are tight, that keeps the glutes from activating. And so working on this is really great for your body. You think about people that look athletic, they all have a big butt. You don't see guys with a skinny butt you consider athletic. And so that's one thing I'm always working on. But anyway, as far as that goes, having healthy, strong glutes is kind of one of the keys to athletic longevity. And so as far as that goes, you don't have to be an athlete necessarily, but having good glutes is really going to help you physically because you're engaging your glutes in anything you're lifting, anything you're doing. And so the glutes are important. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3 of these Quadped kicks. Okay? So Series 1 is you're on the floor, hands are right under your shoulders, and your knees are directly under your hips. Okay, so the first one that we're going to do is just a single leg kick. And so one thing is I want you to always plant your toes in the ground. Okay, I see a lot of people kind of are lazy about it and their feet are here. So plant your toes on the floor, and then you're going to have to lean just a little bit, but just engage your core and lift one leg off the ground. And then the kick is, imagine your foot sliding across the floor and then coming to the end of the range of motion and then sweeping up. So that's what you're going to do. You're here, it's sliding out and up right there. So you're keeping your core tight, boom, pull it back in, boom, pull it back in, and really focusing on squeezing with that glute as you kick back. And also one last thing is, you notice there's no difference in the angle of my feet when I'm here. I've got this toe flexed towards the shin, and then this toe flexed towards the shin. I see a lot of people do this. Okay, so you want to keep that toe flexed towards the shin. So last thing, right here, kicking up and back. And the other thing I don't want you to see, what you want to try to do is keep your hips parallel to the floor. A lot of people I see lift their hips up, and you don't want to do that. So keep those hips parallel to the floor, kick, and pull that knee back in. And on the programming, you don't want to let your knee touch the floor through the entire number of reps. If you're doing 15 kicks, that knee should never hit the floor for the entire 15 kicks. Okay, so Series 2 is it's the same mechanically for your legs, but you're going to reach out with your opposite arm. So I'm here, what I'm going to do is lift up my hand and my arm, I'm going to bring them together in the middle, and I'm going to kick and reach. Here, kick and reach. So if it's 15 on each side, 15 kicks on one side, reaching out with the opposite arm, and then 15 on the other, reaching out with the opposite arm. And then Series 3 is different, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock my arm straight, try to hold it as still as I possibly can, and then my leg is going to be locked straight. I'm just going down, tapping the heel to the floor, and kicking up as high as I can. So I'm here, I'm going to lock that hip out, okay, and then reaching my hand, and think about putting your bicep almost right against your ear. So I'm here, I'm going to tap the floor, and I'm going to flex that glute and kick that leg up as high as I can, but I'm really keeping my core tight and trying to eliminate as much motion as I can other than right there at the hip. So that's Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3, guys. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. I hope that helps. And as I always say, think strongly, attempt fearlessly, and go accomplish masterfully.